Derek, I think you've got a question for our studio.
Yes, Trevor. My question this evening is, this Valentine's Day, would you send Boris Johnson a letter of love or a letter of dismissal?
Thank you very much, Derek. So, panel, Derek's question. This Valentine's Day, would you send Boris Johnson a love letter or a letter of dismissal? Pretty on the money there. John Bercow.
Oh, without hesitation, I would send him a letter of dismissal. Never has a Prime Minister wielded so much power, made so little effective use of it, and been seen to be in quite such an indecent haste to blow his own trumpet. I've been aware of 12 Prime Ministers in my lifetime. By a country mile, Boris Johnson is the worst. He's a narcissist, he doesn't do the detail, he's ritually dishonest, having a nodding acquaintance with the truth at best only in a leap year. He is responsible for a catalogue of failures. He is the most inarticulate public speaker and Prime Minister I've ever known. He has no redeeming virtues. He's stayed there far too long. It is time that he gave up office and beetled off into the distance, which would be an enormous relief, not just to this country and to the European continent, but to the world. And one of these days, Trevor, I'll try to tell you what I really think.
Well, I was going to say, John, that it would be helpful if you got off the fence on this question, but do you genuinely mean that he has no redeeming virtues? You heard from Steve Dasher there. We're facing Putin. We're facing the aftermath of COVID. We're facing all kinds of things. And he would say that, of course, Boris Johnson has seen us through some of the worst days.
Yes, I don't buy that argument. I respect Steve's sincerity and I note his loyalty, but I don't buy that argument, and I'll tell you why. If you look at historical examples, there are many in which a sitting Prime Minister has been turfed out and easily and very capably replaced by someone else. Similar arguments were made about Margaret Thatcher, who was certainly a very dynamic and forthright leader in international affairs, of vastly greater competence and judgment than Boris Johnson, but she was replaced by John Major when there was talk of further wars, or there had been conflict in the Gulf and so on. So the idea that you can't change the incumbent because of the present situation appertaining to the Ukraine is wrong. And with all due respect, the idea that President Putin is quaking at his boots at the thought of an inarticulate lecture from Boris Johnson is laughable.